Hi, I'm Sue Dowden. I will be your professor for this semester for Sociology 108. I would like to take just a few minutes to introduce both myself and to talk about some of the things that I think are important about this course. First of all, I am a part-time instructor here at El Camino College. I taught at El Camino College for about 25 years until I retired in, it's been about 5 years ago now, in 2017, I think it was. But I continued to teach this course, Sociology 108, because I like it so much and because it was very popular with students also. So I think you will enjoy the course. First of all, it is about ethnic identification. Ethnic identification, I think, is tremendously important to who we are. Even if we don't necessarily think of ourselves as being identified with a particular ethnic group, I think in many ways we are. We are through what our parents have given us. We are through our everyday experiences and connections with other people. So I will start this semester by explaining what I think ethnic identification is and why I think it is important. It's all about culture. Sometimes it's confused with nationality, but I think there is a distinct difference, and we will talk about that. Okay. I chose to do this by a global perspective. It can be done in many ways. But I chose to do this because I think ethnicity has become very important to some of the things that we are seeing around the world today, particularly in places like China, which has a huge impact on our future, on your future particularly, as we begin to see some of the conflicts around the world, as well as some of the interactions that we are having with other people around the world. So I obviously have offered an introduction. I cannot cover every ethnic group around the world. There are just too many of them. But I have tried to give some important examples, going back through history, trying to bring that history up to its importance today. Okay, so how I have tried to organize this course so that you and I have some interaction and some feedback. I have divided the course into 3 units, weeks 1 through 6, weeks 7 through 11, and then 12 through 16. All right, in each of these units, I have offered PowerPoints, I have offered readings for you. Sometimes these readings are things that I have written or other people have written, which talk about the particular topics for that week. All right. So each week we have a discussion in which we are able to interact, and I can comment or add to some of the reactions that you have to either a video or to the readings that have been offered. In each of these units, I also have quizzes. These quizzes are just 10 or 15 points in which I can offer you the concepts and make sure that we are moving along in our understanding of what ethnic identification is all about and how these groups relate to this. Okay, and then at the end of the unit, there is, of course, an exam. It's a multiple choice exam, and usually 50 to 60 points. Okay, so all of these things together, plus 2 writing assignments for the semester, should be able to introduce you to this concept of ethnicity, to ethnic identification, and how these groups play such an important part in our world today. I will also offer other opportunities for us to communicate. I do have office hours each week. I have not set up the exact times yet, but I will post that as an announcement as we continue in the next few days, as soon as I get my schedule organized too, as I know we're all trying to do in this first week. But in these office hours, you may come unannounced, just show up as we do for all office hours. These are done through Zoom, and that is on the left side of your links for Canvas. So you'll see a Zoom confer, and that is where the office hours are held. If you want to send me a note, you can obviously send it through Canvas through the inbox or through an email to El Camino, which is sdowden@elcamino.edu. We can also set up an individual Zoom meeting at a time that works for both of us. So just let me know, stay in touch, and I will be glad to try to set up a time that is convenient for both of us. So we obviously will have a lot of interaction and communication throughout the semester. If you need to ask any questions individually, that's fine along the way. Okay, so just again to emphasize, this is an introductory course. If you click on the syllabus module, there will be more detailed information about the requirements for the semester. And also in the next page on this module, if you click next at the bottom of this, I will go through a PowerPoint which talks about the requirements for the semester. If you have any questions, please get to me. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the semester. As I said, this is a course that I am very fond of, and I hope you will be too.